Hi, Taurus, and welcome to your February. Thank you all so much for joining me. You don't know how much I appreciate your following my channel, and to my new viewers. So let's start off this reading. And again, I'm doing this a little bit different. These four particular cards indicate circumstances in your life. In other words, the first card is your environment. The second card is your challenge. The third card is the unexpected, and the fourth card is the outcome. So you'll let me know too in the comments below if you like this type of reading. I usually pull 3 or 4 cards and talk about each one of them individually, but I decided to have a theme here. All right, so let me know how this works. Also, remember to watch your moon and rising sign as well. I love how these two cards, the colors are interesting for you guys this month. So let's start off with your environment. And this is an awesome card for you. This is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands has to do with new career, new creativity, new vision for your work, a venture that you're excited about, starting anew, projecting outwards. Just a huge enthusiasm for manifesting your goals. And I feel like you all are ready for this. I know everyone talks about Jupiter being in your sign, and you know, I believe it was mid-month I talked about, yeah, it's in your sign. So the gifts and luck are here and there. I feel like you're ready though to receive them. It's like, yeah, Jupiter's in my first house, but we're you know, the proof is in the pudding. Show me the money, kind of thing. But the environment says, you know what, it's time now to start seeing a new vision and creativity and what you can do with the plans that you've had for so long. Some of you for a long time, or some of you a short time, but you've been ready to take either action, or you've just wanted to see something new in your life. You've wanted to see changes. You know, this bird is a wren, and it's a symbol of activation and adaptability, if I can say that word correctly. And confidence as well, and it flutters, as you can see, close to the wand. So I feel like with new confidence, new radiance, even if, you know, it takes several months or till the end of this year to fully and wholly and completely, well, we don't always completely see our success and we're just, you know, ready to retire. Well, some people are. But I don't feel like that. I feel like this is the beginning of a phase for you. The starting of a different career or enterprise. It might be that some of you are changing completely. You know, I'm getting that with some of you. You're like, you know what, I like what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it in a whole different way, or I'm going to completely drop it and change it up. All right, so I'm just looking at this and feeling how, you know, here's the fruits, the cherries that are falling off of the wand. So you'll see the fruits of your labor. It's just a matter of this opening, this wand opening up the sky for you, telling you that yes, there is daylight. While it seems like for some of you, it seems like that there's been dawn all the time, that there is daylight. All right, and so that is your environment. And it could be that a creative passion, or that you really felt into what you want to do, and how you want your business to look, or your day-to-day life to look. Maybe you've just grown old, rather, of the old routine. You know, you want to go past that. You want something different. You want something new. You want something exciting. And you feel invigorated and creative. My words are coming out funny today. So, but I see expansion with this card for you all. It may not come, like I said, this month. I mean, this feels like, particularly with the February readings, that you may want to watch again mid-month, or of course I'll do the mid-months, or towards the end of the month to see how the month is unfolding for you. But this is your environment. This is what can take place in the field of growth, is new ventures, new achievements. All right. And so your challenge for this month is the Ace of Pentacles. Well, so you have two aces. And this Ace of Pentacles represents the months of December, January, and February. That's interesting. And the Ace of Wands represents, I believe, hold on, let me find the Ace of Wands, or we'll find it. Hold on. Well, I believe this is the, fall months. Excuse me, the fall months. But anyway, I'll go back and check that for you. But again, this is December, January, February, and this is your challenge. So it's interesting. This reading is for the month of February. Maybe December and January have felt like a challenge to you. Traditionally, with this card, it would mean that there's prosperity. You have prosperity in the material world, commercial success, a strong business and financial opportunity that comes to you. And that would be really cool after the Ace of Wands, but this is the challenge. So it could be that while you're ready for it, it's just not quite ready to develop. It's not, all the parts are not in place. So it could be too that your money has seemed to be a little bit on the low side lately. Maybe you've been looking for change, you know. It's like, well, I need to go to the store. I'm going to gather my change, you know. And that's sort of a quote, if you know, or of just being silly here. But you know, sometimes we get to the end of the month and there's more bills than there is money. So it might be that, you know, a little bit of money, financial issues going on with you. It could mean that, you know, it also could mean health. It could mean that you've had some lingering health issues, that it's still a little bit of a challenge. Again, this is not like the resolve card. This is not the outcome card, but it is meaning a negative outcome, but it is a challenge for you. So I do feel like that, you know, you'll be able to get those health issues. If any of you have those, you'll be able to get therapy for those or treatment for those. Or if you know, been constructing a house, and I say constructing, you're having someone build you a house, and it's not going as planned. You know, the right brick didn't show up. The right wood floors didn't show up. You know, where are the workers when you need them? Or maybe the weather hasn't been right. So it's just it's a challenge around your home, your property, your money, your physical body, whatever is in that area coming up for you. You know, it's a challenge. We'll pull a clarification card as well for you to see what that may mean. Okay. So the next card is the Eight of Chalices. And by the way, I wanted to let you know that the Ace of Wands represents June, July, August. So this is June, July, August. So, I was talking earlier, I'll talk about this one in a minute, about this feels like this goes through the year. This goes past December, or excuse me, February. I'm coming up with all kinds of interesting words today, but this particular card does indicate June, July, August. So it might be that some of these new ventures, creative juices that are flowing here are going to really manifest in the summer months and beyond. So just again, these readings lately have felt like they're continuing, but this is an environment card. So anyway, June, July, August, November, December, or December, January, February. All right, so in your unexpected is the Eight of Chalices, or Eight of Cups. And this is a life-changing, this is about moving past situations that don't serve you any longer. Your heart's not in any longer. You're ready to move on. You've seen all the lessons that you've learned from this particular situation. It may be that you're leaving a group and it's familiar surroundings, and you've been with this group, but you're ready to move on to your own venture, or you're ready to move on, period. You've been there, you've done that. It feels like could be a little bit of sadness, or wondering if you're doing the right thing. But yeah, I mean, this is a life-changing card. The Eight of Cups is very much one of the big ones, life-changer cards of the deck. There's the Tower. That's a big one. The Chariot. But this is not a major arcana. Yet it is you ready to move past those chalices that used to be where your heart is, that used to make you happy, that you thought was going to make you happy. And you see he has his hand on his chin, so he's not really sure where he's going. He is taking the lessons he's learned from this work or this group or these people. And I love this big bird. This is like guidance. Like, come with me, follow me. The world is your oyster. You're open for expansion. So this is life-changing. Some of you might even be moving, period. Some of you might be moving on to a different location. All right. And then your last card is another wand card. And by the way, you're doing this for personal development. This is not because, oh, well, I think I'll just do something different. It feels like deep inside you want to experience more self-awareness, more growth, more expansion. So this is yourself saying, we want to grow and transform more. Don't you love it? But it will bring self-awareness to you. It's like there's a turning point in your life. I know I'm focusing a lot on this, but this is a huge change for you. This is turning point. This is like you're going down a road and there's two forks. And so you decided to take the road less traveled and to leave the old and the familiar behind. All right? Maybe it's because of money, or maybe it's just because you, again, feel like you've been there or done that. The money has been an issue, and I don't feel like you're doing it all for money. I feel like it's what's in your heart, actually, because of the cups. But it could be because of this new inspiration at the beginning of the month that's causing you to refocus. Okay. All right. So the last card is another wand card. So you have two. And this is in the outcome card, on the outcome area. This is the 10 of Wands. So this card to me usually denotes a lot of work, a lot of, you feel like you've been just putting the pedal to the metal. You've done a lot of preparation. You've followed through on plans. And you know what? You're ready to go to new heights. You're ready to go up many steps, many more steps than this card even shows. See, he's walking there to this, what's called the standing stone area, which is at the top, and it has light inside of it. The standing stones are of mystical time. People gathered there to arbitrate, to decide fairness and justice. Well, this would be just for you, of course, fairness and justice. And it was very enlightening. And he's ready to move on. He's ready to get up to that hill with those standing stones. So I feel like there's a huge determination for you to achieve goals, to achieve success. And you have the impetus here to do that with. The beginning of the Ace of Wands. So the outcome is yeah, you have, this is the 10 of Wands, so it's the last card of the Wands. So you have achieved much, you have worked a lot, you've probably achieved more than you think, and you've lost. And my sorry about that. Okay, hold on a minute while I put him outside. Sorry, he definitely agreed or with what I was saying there. But I guess what I was saying is that you feel like you've worked hard, you feel like you've put in a lot of time and effort into your work, and I think you've starting to get acknowledged for what you do. I think you're ready for that. I think there's a bit of a confidence, a bit of an ego, and I don't mean ego in a way to where you're being nasty with others. I mean, you're starting to feel your ego and the hear me roar type of thing. It feels more about that than it does of being, like I said, rude or nasty to others. And you're ready to get to this top. Don't you love that squirrel? The squirrel indicates concentration, action, and knowledge. So he's here to guide and assist you with getting to your goals. Okay, so I'm still looking at this Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like because this is in the challenge position, maybe the money hasn't been there, or as much as you think. I still think some of you have been more prosperous and transformed more than you know. And maybe through transformation, money doesn't show itself immediately, or contracts or new ventures immediately that are prosperous, but as you grow, they will, and they will throughout this year for you. I can almost promise most of you. I can't make that 100%, but I do know that you have the ability to do that this year. You have the opportunity. So let's pull some transformation cards. Well, we could call them transformation cards. All right, here's the Knight of Swords. I just decided to go with what was on top because I shuffled beforehand. Well, this is an air sign, and so this would be you. It could be Gemini or Aquarius, but I feel like it's you ready to charge forward. Sometimes the Knight moves rather quickly and swiftly and abruptly, but he's ready for action. He's ready to make things happen. He decides quickly. So remember to make sure your plans are thorough before you make any changes, but you are going to make some changes. I feel like he's turning away from this, and it's okay. And because you're taking with you your lessons learned so that you can climb up here to the top. And this is you doing that. Okay, so... And the Nine of Pentacles. Well, this is an awesome card. This is, you know, happy home and family and loving where you live, loving your life. You know, you can see that all the pentacles, there's 9 of them. So 9 is the number of completion. So you're wanting completion with your money. I feel like, you know, a lot of you are wanting that security that a check or a royalty or lottery or, you know, any of those stable feelings that, okay, my money's taken care of, which means my bills are taken care of, which means I have everything I need and I can enjoy life. And see how she's out here with her bird, looks like it's almost a peacock, but that's the color of her clothes. So you want stability, and you'll have that with completion of ideas and work. Then the 9 of Rods comes up in reverse. So the 9 of Rods is usually someone who has everything in order, but he doesn't feel like it, and it's a he or a she. So usually when it comes up, it's like he's guarded, he has his battle cap on, his battle wound cap, and he's guarding his experiences. He's guarding his life, what all he's done in life. And yet he doesn't need to. It's a feeling of not needing to. Don't have to be so on guard. It did come up in reverse. So it could mean that maybe you're ready to see how individual you are, that you don't have to be on guard. You don't have to go with the crowd. Again, you're an individual, and I think you want to show that. I think you really do. It's part of possibly moving past this group or this, what's been familiar. Oh, okay. And this card has come up quite a bit in this particular deck. It's the same as the Devil card, or it is the Devil card, really. This deck calls it something different. It calls it nature. It just bound to earthly ties is why it calls it nature. So that's what the Devil card is about, being tied to work, being tied to relationships, being tied to the physical, you know, pleasures of life, drink, food, money, paying the mortgage or the rent every month. And it's like, you know, you're just tired of that, feeling bound to. And I think that's why this new creative inspiration, instead of getting up in the morning and going, oh, wow, here we go again, I think this will allow you to feel happiness in your heart. All right. Well, this one wants to come out because it's flying on the ground. The Queen of Pentacles. All right, so this is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And this woman is very grounded. Very, very grounded. She loves her home and her family, and she's very giving. And you go over to her house, and it's a beautiful home. It's well put together. She channels beauty. She has a rabbit, as you can see, and her money. She's very warm and generous. So if you go over and you say, oh, I love that robe you have on. Say if it's at night and she's casual and she's wearing a beautiful new robe, and she'll say, oh, well, here, I'm going to order one for you online. She's just very generous in that way, very sweet. And of course, all the court cards, the people cards have negative aspects. Hers might be to show you how much money she has or show you how well she's doing. So if you're, then that could come up. I'm not feeling that. I feel like this is a generous person. But another one might be real boastful about what they do have. But just pay attention. This is someone who's been in your life or is coming into your life. It could be either way. Okay, one last card. The Emperor. All right, well, this is a authoritative man. And the Emperor can oftentimes be a father figure. He can be a boss, a supervisor. He can be a legal judge, in the legal area, a judge or an attorney, or he can be like a pope or someone in the religious sector. Oftentimes too, he can be someone that's on the spirit side, like a grandfather who's in spirit, or someone who you feel like you can lean on, even if it's one of the archangels, but has a male presence. See, he has the crystal ball and he has the justice symbol. He's there for you. Let's add up the cards numerologically and compare it to the major arcana, the number. And so you have 2 aces. So a lot of newness in your life, whether it's in the environment or whether it's a challenge, you're going to move on so that you can experience that more and take with you what you know and make this happen. You will make this happen. Okay, so 1, 2, 8 is 10, and 10, that's interesting, is 20. 2 and 0, of course, add up to 2. And 2 in numerology is about patience and diplomacy. And I feel like patience is the key word. I feel like you're getting there. I really do. And I want to look at 20. Oh, gosh. What is 20 in? I know you guys are yelling at me in the major arcana cards. The 20 is an awesome card. It's harvest, or the judgment. So it's rebirth. It's harvest in this deck, but it's judgment. So it's a new rebirth, a new you coming out of the old and into the new. It's usually the card in traditional tarot where there's kids in the water, they're nude, and they're reaching up to the angel who's blowing her horn. So it's a great card for this because I feel like a lot of you Libra are experiencing new insights, changes in your life, influx of psychic awareness, I think, are coming to you. Rewards from what have been sown in the past that you've been waiting oh so much time for. Now, again, this feels like, especially because the 2 aces, it goes on throughout the year, but I think this is a good indication of what February is going to feel like for some of you. And remember, this is sun, moon, or rising, so watch your moon and rising as well. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. And I really appreciate it. If you'd like your own personal private reading, feel free